Alright, if you saw my other video about the sticky cables or the stuck cables and how I got them freed, the main problem is the boot that goes on the cables to keep the water from getting up in them. So I've got a piece of hose. I'll put the links in where I got it off of Amazon down below. But I just want to show you how I got them on there, and I already got the one on back here, so it's good to go. But the threads are what really give you a problem. And the easiest way I found to get it on is to get a really small screwdriver with a really long shaft and stick it all the way through on top of it. And then use the handle and spin the screwdriver around the shaft and push with the handle. I know this might be a little hard to see, but you just got to keep on working it. And let me pull the screwdriver out. You can see I've moved it up about an inch doing that. You have to keep doing it, and I found the easiest thing to do is keep doing that until you get a couple of threads showing. And once you get a couple of threads showing, go ahead and take the piece that you took off and just start threading it on. It'll push it all the way back to the ends of the threads. And once you get there, you need to get a 9mm wrench, I think it is. Or is this that's an 8mm. You get an 8mm wrench, and it'll slide right over this, and you just push it all the way back until you got about 3/4 of an inch left on this shaft, and the rest of it up over the cover. And then use some really good grease. I'm using the Johnson triple guard grease, waterproof, and grease the shaft really good here, and then work your steering a couple of times. I think this is going to do a really good job of keeping the water out. Now I am going to put a hose clamp back here to make sure it doesn't move, but I'm not going to do anything here, and we'll see how it holds up. Now I'm also going to be doing the ones that do the bucket, and that's a different size, so we'll be linked to that below, but it's going to be pretty much the same way of putting it on. So we'll see how this holds up. All right, so I got it on the bucket shaft here, but I had an absolutely terrible time getting it on here. I don't know, the hose diameter might be a little too small for this. But what the real problem is getting it on, over these threads. It just acts like a barb, wants to hang up on it. So the only way, what would really be good is if you had some tube that would fit over this that you could slide the hose on and then slide it all the way over. But then I even had a problem getting it up over the little sleeve here. What I ended up doing, I used a piece of this duct tape. It's like aluminum actual duct tape, and wrapped it around the threads neatly, trimmed the end off, and then I used a Allen wrench, slid the hose on it, and then used a tiny, 5/32 wrench, and I used that to push this off the Allen wrench and onto the shaft. It was a muller. It's probably too small. I'm going to see how well it lasts. The others for the steering are perfect size. They work fantastic, but this not so much. It sucked getting it on there. I'll still put the link to it down below, but you might want to look for something slightly larger on the inside diameter.